So, as you try to figure out how it is that Harry Potter can be logical, you come to the conclusion that it fundamentally is illogical and was never meant to be logical. But you see how things that are not real can seem real to your subconscious mind, and how impressionable you ultimately are. Now, my wife is not impressed in the same way that I am. But for those of you that can resonate with what I'm saying, you can probably understand what my message is, and that is that you can work with yourself in your mind, in visualization, and creating a movie inside that can be very powerful and very real. So the fact that that my mind is trying to work out some of the aspects of the Harry Potter, the most recent Harry Potter movie that I've rewatched with my adult daughter. I have to chuckle think, wow, I am very impressionable. Sorry, something's tickling my nose. I had a lovely walk this morning, and truly a channel between me and my inner being. I just felt that the things that were coming to me and out of my mouth as I were just what I needed, were wisdom beyond, and that just seemed so fitting. I have been focused on making giant leaps in my ability to trust the universe and to expect good things to happen, expect wonderful and big things to happen. And I was just reminded this morning that in retrospect, there have been huge leaps over the past decade, over the past 3-4 years, even over the past few months and few weeks. Huge leaps in my perception and understanding. However, it's kind of like if you, what is that? Is it a mathematical, or maybe it's radioactive decay and half-lives? I think it has to do with that. But anyway, if you go half of the distance that you want to go, it's huge. But if you're always going half of the distance that you want to go, it may seem like you're really not ever going to get there. But in reality, it's huge. So that was the message. It's just that, hey, you have come a long way. You've done some incredible things. Keep perspective. There are some things that are going to just take longer than you would like them to take. But you have to allow that process. The process has to be followed in order for you to actually get where you want to be. You're undoing, reprogramming, changing thoughts, beliefs, perspectives that have taken 50 years to form and probably have been passed down through many other generations. So the fact that you are making the progress that you're making, be satisfied with that, and have faith in what you already know to be true, that the universe has your back, and that you will always the things are always working out for you. They just require some patience and time to come to fruition. And the more you relax and allow, the faster that can happen. The more resistance you create, even through your desire. And in reality, isn't that desire fueled by your vision of lack, which just slows it down? So relax into it. Allow it to happen. If I've told this story before, forgive me. I was laughing at a comedian yesterday, along with my wife and mostly my wife and my adult children. Some of them were in the back seat and they weren't laughing. I think they probably weren't paying attention. But the comedian was talking about the differences between the various generations. The greatest generation, the baby boomers, Gen Z, Gen X, and I found it quite humorous. And the reason I brought that up has now slipped my mind. But I'm sure if it's relevant, it will come back. However, there are just so many things that we look back on, and we see things as just being taken care of. I mean, ultimately, I've never really lacked. I've always had what I truly wanted. It came sometimes more gradually than I would have preferred, but I had a wonderful career with the federal government. I've traveled to so many beautiful places and had some jaw-dropping experiences. I live in a beautiful home. I don't even pay any mortgage for it at the moment because it's been prepaid for a few months. So how good is that? I mean, gosh. So is my glass half full or half empty, right? Just relax. Just relax. I finished my lovely walk today with the channeled counseling for my inner being, which is essentially what I've been relaying. Just relax and allow. Be grateful for all of the beauties that you've seen come about. And then I noticed this yesterday. There's just this kind of an energetic buildup while I'm walking, I think. And then I go and I sit down on some grass and I just feel, it's my Utah accent, I feel a total release of that energy and a flow out of me and peace and clarity flowing in an amazing way. So that aspect of grounding, taking off my tennis shoes, just walking a little bit in the grass and down the sidewalk, it's just very helpful. So keep that in mind. I think those are the things I wanted to share. I feel peaceful. I feel grounded. And I feel well counseled. And just to keep showing up for myself. Just keep doing those things that I have seen help. Expect the progress. Expect good outcomes. But don't try to push yourself faster than you're able to go. Relax and allow.